Good morning, everyone. Joe from Feel Like Craps. I do feel like craps this morning, and I most certainly hope that you do as well. We are ready to go. We are going to play on our way to 10K. I've taken $1,000 out of our profit so far. We had a $500 starting bankroll, and we took $1,000 out of our profit, which is $8,573. So, remainder of the profits out of sight, out of mind. Further here, maybe we'll increase that just a touch so you can see all of the bankroll here. Just 1 second. There we go. All right. And without any further ado or delay, we are going to get right on it. Waylon's 5-9 field horn strategy. We're going to work the come out, and if I may direct your attention to the bottom right hand side of the screen, our dice are out. 5, 1, 6. Now we're waiting for the 5, a 9, or a horn number to roll. There's a 9, so we're going to get started right away. 5, 4, 9, pretty close to right away. $35 winner. And now we're going to get 25 in the field, and we're going to have to do a horn high. So we will do one of the ones that's going to reimburse less. We'll do a horn high ace deuce. Dice are out. 6, 2, 8. So that kills everything underneath, and we go back to waiting. We should have pumped these up. We have to pump the 5 and 9 up. We'll do that the next time. 5, 1, 6 is a point hit. We're working the come out. Dice are out. 6, 3, 9, because why waste a roll? $35 winner. And I'm going to get set back up. These are going to get double your pleasure, double your fun. Dice are out. Here we go. 3, 1, 4 cancels underneath, and we leave everything where it is. The horn high loses, the field wins, and covers it. So here we go. 12 craps. That's what we like. So that's going to go away, and we're going to have $5 on the 12. It's going to pay triple in the field, which is always nice. During our break, Joe Casino decided they were going to go up to triple on the 12, so it's going to be $150 on the horn bet, 30 for 1. Not too hard to take, and as long as the trend continues, we are going to keep everything where it is. So put that right there. Dice are out. 6, 4, 10. Big Ben, our best friend, cancels those two and leave everything where it is. Dice are out. 3 craps. Look at that. Got the horn high. It's going to pay the same because that's going to go away, and we're going to get $10. $10 is going to go on the 3. The field's going to win, and we're going to get $150 because that's 15 for 1 on the 10 on the yo bet, the craps bet rather, the 2, 1, 3. Put the money away. Put this back out. We may as well keep right on that horn high ace deuce. Here we go. 3, 1, 4 just cancels those two. Leave it where it is. Continue on. 5, 3, 8. That's the end of the trend. We lost 50 there. So our bets here go down. And we wait for a 5, a 9, or a horn. And there's a horn. So that's craps 12 and all the spots and dots we got. So this goes back up. We're going to look for a back-to-back horn. It may as well. And we'll go up on the box cars, horn high on the box cars. And it's back to back. How about that, folks? That's going to be a triple. Triple in the field, and this is a $10 bet. So it's going to pay $300. Not too hard to take at all. Sometimes you got to go with your intuition. Take it right back to the rack. We'll go on aces this time for the horn because we got to keep the trend going. Dice are out, and there's our 7. So everything on the board goes away on a 7. And we're sitting pretty though, so we're up about $500 now. So gotta take that when we can get it. 5, 4, and we should have been working. Sorry, we should have been working. We should have the bets out. That's a $35 win. And we're gonna get started. These guys get doubled. Go on the horn, dice are out. 628 ends the trend. We lose 50. And these guys are going to come back down to base and wait for a 5 or a 9 or a 1. 426, that's not a 5 9 horn. 6 4 10 is not either. Back to back easy 10. 3 2 5, we have a 5, so that's a $35 winner. Full press upstairs, field. We'll go with a yo this time. Horn high yo. Dice are out. Horn high yo. How about that? That's a field winner for that. We'll take that away, and that's going to be $10 on the yo. And it will reimburse $150. Take our spoils back to the rack. Restock. That's the wrong restock. We'll go back on it again. Why not? See if we can get a repeater. Nope, we'll get a 7. So everything can go away. And we'll get back out here and working. Dice are out. 2 craps on the come out. Oh, what do we do with that? We gotta go up. We'll see if we can re-roll it. Because it's a horn number. 314 cancels out, so we're good there. The puck's gonna go to the 4. Dice are out. 6 4 10 just cancels the field and the horn. 2 1 3 craps. That's $5. That's going to go away. That'll pay the field, and we're going to have $150 for him. Send it right back down if you would. Dice are out. 5-2, you're all through, so there you go. There's $150, so we basically canceled out. We just had a $150 win, and we just canceled it out by 7ing out. Without any other profit. But it is what it is. Dice gods will do what the dice gods will do. Alright. That being as it may. Back on the 5 and 9 for the come out. And there's a 5. 3-2 feet. $35. We're going to go right back onto it again here. Double up. We'll go on the aces this time. Dice are out. 5 4 9. That wins upstairs. It cancels down there. $50 9 pays 75 for 5, $70 winner. And we'll leave everything where it is. Dice are out. Yo 11, 6-5 yo. Pay that horn. That's going to be 150 for the horn and 25 for the field. Horn high on the ace. Oh, horn high ace deuce. Dice are out. 4, 1, 5 cancels here, but we're going to get 70 on top, and it's a point hit. $70 winner. We'll trade this in for 100. Horn high aces. Dice are out. Working to come out. 3-1-4. Field winner. Horn high loser. We'll leave everything where it is. Dice are out. 3-2-5 cancels here. We're going to get 70 on top. $70 rather. And those two chips will go here. Dice are out. It's a 9. Nina. Cancellation. We're going to move. We're going to change this. We're going to go to the yo. Dice are out. Horn high yo. And a 6-1. You're all done, son. And I think we're good there. We're going to work the come out. Give me the 5 and 9. Dice are out. 4, hard way. Looking for a 5, 9, or horn to get the ball rolling. And that's a 7. So away that goes. That's our 0.7 out, showing up at least once a video, as it should. Dice are out. 2-1-3. We got a horn. So everything goes up. We've been triggered into action. Dice are out. 2 craps. Pay it. That's going to be double. Double there, and that goes away, but this is just 1 on 2. I don't believe I had the high on the aces. I think I swapped it off. But it is what it is. I don't remember. This is a 2, so right there. And that's going to pay 150. That gets to go back here. That'll restock. We'll go back on the 2. Here they come. 3-1-4. New point of 4. Those two will just cancel, and we'll go to the next roll. Yo 11, 6-5. Yo 11. That's going to go over there. We're going to get 150 for it. Actually, yes. 5 times. That's wrong. 5 times 15. 5 times 15 is 75. Hopefully I haven't messed that up prior. But $75 win, because we had a horn high ace deuce, I believe. That was not. So anyway, a win's a win, and we're going to get paid in the field. Now we'll go horn high on the yo for now. Dice are out. 3 craps, so that's just a single one there. 3 craps will pay us 75. We'll go horn high ace deuce again. And there's a 7, of course. So so everything can go away on the 7. Dice are out. 9 is the point. 5, 4, 9. Here we go. 4, 3, 7. Well, we should have been out. So I'll take away the $50. We should have been out. We should be working. Every roll should be working. So dice are out. And we'll lose another 50 because why not? The dice want to be stupid. If this happens again, we are going to hold off on our bets. Dice are out. And it happened again. We're going to wait. Let this run of 7s finish. And of course, a craps. So, on a craps number, we have to get everything set back up. Here they come. 6, 2, 8. So all of that goes away. These guys come back down, and we wait it out. 5, 9 a horn. That's an 8. Buckshot. Doesn't really matter for our purposes. 5, 4, 9. That'll get us started. $35 winner. And dice are out. Yo, 11. How about that? 6, 5 yo. So that's going to go away. The yo is going to come down for 5 and get $75. And a payment in the field. Send it to the yo this time. Dice are out. 4, 2, 6. That'll clean that out. And we'll wait for a 5, 9 or horn. That's a hard 6 this time. First time was an easy 6. This time's a hard 6. There's a 7. And we were high. We shouldn't have been that high, but you know what? If we're not going to pay attention, we can lose the money. Dice are out. Here we go. 5, 3, 8. Point is 8. Dice are out. 12 craps. So there's our cue to start. We'll go back and look for a re-roll of it. Dice are out. Not going to get it. 4, 1, 5 is a no field, but we're going to get 70 back upstairs, so that covers our losses downstairs. Back on. Here they come. 6, 3, 9 cancels underneath, and we get 70 on top. That looked like 70 to you. It doesn't look like 70 to me. That looks like 70 to me. Dice are out. 6, 2, 8. Point hit. These will go away. We're still going to work. These are going to come back to base. Here they come. Yo, 11 on the come out. Pay the line. We are going to get set up and in position here because that's a horn number. We'll go on the aces. Dice are out. Let's see if we can roll some horns. Nope, not to be. 6, 4, 10. That just cancels out. We'll leave it where it is. 4, the hard way. That cancels the field and the horn, so we'll just leave it where it is. And a 4, 2, 6 will clean it out. These guys are going to come back down, and we're going to wait for the 5 or 9. That's a 4. One more dot would get us started. And a 5, 2, you're all through, so $50 back to the casino. Dice are out. Yo, 11. So, a horn number triggers everything into motion downstairs. Dice are out. 516. So of course we don't re-roll the horn. We get to lose 50 bucks. And we'll wait for the 5 or 9 again. The dice are out. There's the 9. Gonna lure us back into action with a $35 payment. We'll trade that in. Get a black chip for it. Now we double up upstairs. Where should we go? We'll go with midnight for the horn high. 325, no field, but we're gonna win 70 on top to cover our bets. Keep that right there. No need to change it. Dice are out. 628, so we're gonna cleaned out downstairs. There they come. 538. Once again, looking for 5s or 9s or 1s. That's 3 8s in a row, folks. Dice are out. And a 6-3 Nina from Pasadena. 35. Double up. Field. Horn. Dice are out. 6 4 10. Almost a horn number. That's going to cancel though. We'll leave it where it is. And a 4 1 5. So we'll lose those, but we're going to get 70 on top again. So take that back and same deal. I'm going to same back. Dice are out. 426. Point hit. That's going to cancel here. Everything's going to come back to base. We're going to work the come out. Here they go. 628. Back on the 8 for the point. 314. Not a 5 or a 9 or a horn, so we're on standby. There's a 7. That's great. Another 50 comes out with a new shooter. 639. We'll get started right away. $35 winner. Another 100 out here. Whoa. 1, 2, 3, 4. And away they go. And a 617. What perfect time for a 7, isn't it? Back we go. Dice are out. 10 the hard way. Not a field number or a horn number or a 5 or a 9. That's not a horn number, 5 or 9. That's a 4. Back on the 10. Outside numbers. And back on the 10 again. We were off the point of 10 and now we're back on the point of 10. There's a 6. That doesn't help. And a 7. So, you know. Thanks, dice. Absolutely zero help on that one. Dice are out. 516. We're on a run of 5s and 6s. 538. We're inside. 6 4 10. No good. We need a 5 9 or a horn. That's a 6. So a point hit doesn't matter. We're working. 314. Just a run of no luck. 426. Absolutely nothing. Table's bare. Back-to-back 6. Every number but the one we need. There's a 5. So we'll take 35 and get started again. Dice are out. 437. Gotta love it, folks. Gotta frickin' love it. I gotta think. I think we're gonna be okay. We'll go up by 1 unit here and ladder up. We're starting at 50 upstairs. Dice are out. That's a 3-1-4 at your door. Looking for 5s, 9s, or horns, shooter. There's a horn. So we will tell you what, here's what we'll do. We'll clear those off, because these are going to go in the field. This is going to be a horn high. We'll put it there. And these guys are going to double up upstairs. Dice are out. We got $100 bets upstairs. 12 craps. Boy, do we ever need that. That's a $50. Now, you know what? That might not work. We might need... It will work. What are we going to have? 10, 20, 30, 40. Okay, it's going to be 40, and the it'll be $10 bets. The yo would have gotten $20. So this will be $10 on that. This is going to go away. We're going to get 300 for that, because it's 30 for 1. And the 12 pays triple in the field, so that'll be 150 in the field. 350s. Take it back to the rack jack. See if we can re-roll it. Dice are out. A little stroke of luck there. 639 cancels underneath. We'll get 140 on top. Here they come. Like a horn number. That's a 4. That's going to cancel. Our point's going to get hit. We are going to work the come out. Here we go. 6 the hard way, so we get to lose these guys. These guys are going to come back down. How are we looking here? We're up. There's our 1,500 start, so we're up. So there's no need to do any further laddering, and depending, this will be our last shooter. So got some stuff we got to take care of here. So we just gonna put the video out. And there's a 7 on the come out. That's lovely. If I get another one, we're done, folks. I'm going to run with my profit. 5, 3, 8. Dice are out. Looking for a 5 or a 9. That's a 6. That doesn't help. 5, 9, or horn. There's a horn. 6, 5, yo, 11. So double up upstairs. We'll go back on the horn high underneath. 4, 2, 6. That'll clean this out. Send these guys back to base. Dice are out. 10 the hard way. Doesn't help. 6, 5, yo again. So we'll see what happens, folks. Double up upstairs and put a horn high down. Almost. It was almost a yo. That's a cancel, though, and we'll get 70 on top. 75 for 5. Here they come. 4 the hard way, just cancels underneath. 4, 1, 5. Throw this away and we'll get 70. 75 for 5 underneath. 75 for 5 on the place bet on the 5. Back you go. Back you go. We'll go up on the aces this time. Almost. 3, 1, 4 cancels out underneath. Leave it where it is. Hard 6. Throw it away. back to base. 5-1-6, back to back. 6-2-8, a point hit. We're on the come out. 6-4-10, Big Ben, our best friend, the easy 10 on the end. 3-1-4, outside numbers, back to back in a row. 5-4-9 will be enough to get us started. $35 winner. Here they come. At 5, that's it, folks. We're done. That's it. That is our cue to vamoose. And we got 1,500 here, so 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, and there's 100. So there's the 1,500 we started with. There is another 100, so we'll color that up. We're gonna have another 200 here. Tell you though, this strategy, something at the green chip level. $460 to add to our profit rack. Really can't complain about that, can you? All right, let's get that there. I'm not going to have much color enough to. Oh, we are going to have some, because that's going to be worth 100. That's going to trickle down and give us another purple chip. So we're getting closer to the goal, folks. These guys go here. I believe we've made 9,000. And actually, we gotta do something else too. We gotta take the 1,000 out of here. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep, there we go. $500 there is our starting bankroll. So that's where we came up with that. That's going to go back to the rack for future use. That doesn't make any sense. We made $300. So I have to have more than that. We started with 8,000. I didn't add the 2 back in, that's why. We didn't add the 1,000 back in. That's better, that makes sense. We took the 1,000 out and never added it back in. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,500. $43. We are close, folks. Probably one more video is going to get us to 10K. But it will have to be at a later time. We shall rack these up. We are getting closer. By the video. All right, that's going to do it for now. Joe from Feel Like Craps here, folks. I always feel like craps, and I hope that you do as well. Until the next time, remember, whenever we go to the casino, we should never bet with money that we cannot afford to lose. And until we see you next, be well, stay safe, and as always, I hope every trip to that craps table sees those dice gods being forever and always in your favor.